Hello everyone, to a small opinion piece again, and this time I'm going to talk the things I'm organizing in the coming year over at my game club. And well, I never wanted to become a TO when I was younger, but I kind of rolled into it, and ever since I've been doing organizing events for not so popular games at the club, because you will see in the small list that I'm gonna give for next year, there are popular game systems, yet somehow they never took off at the Tin Soldiers of Antwerp, and I'm gonna give a little bit of a story. So the first one that I'm organizing next year is the second edition of my Spearhead tournament. First one was a good success, and it was even the fallout was a bigger success because it brought back an ex-member of the club who rejoined and who has been pulling Age of Sigmar ever since. We're now in 4th edition Age of Sigmar and it is finally taking off. So that's an example of what I mean of not so popular game systems. Even though the game system itself is popular, it wasn't popular at the club. So that's the first thing that I'm doing next year. That's a Spearhead tournament, and that's at the 22nd of February. Then starting in March I'm running an well, I'm not allowed to call it Escalation League by someone, but there is a growth league, we're gonna call it then, of 4 rounds of Age of Sigmar, and it's gonna be 500,000, 1500, 2000, and bonus points if everything is painted. Only 4 games to give people time to start actually building armies without an incredible time pressure. And there's another reason, while it's only a short period with 4 2-month rounds, think of it the L4 gamer system, which always switch in the White Dwarfs between 40k and Age of Sigmar, so covers the same period for the round. Namely that it starts a week after the Spirit tournament, so people of the club who wants to join in there, because it's of course the club league, they already have a 500 point force up and about thanks to their spearheads, and it ends a week before said member from the first tournament. We'll probably organize a 2000 point Age of Sigmar tournament, and that happens then that all the people who join in the league have, if everything goes well, painted 2000 armies. So you might think it was a bit of a setup. We're never gonna officially confirm that, but yeah, that's the general idea. So an Age of Sigmar league running from March until October. That's the second thing I'll be running. Then third, there's gonna be, together with Andy, we are doing a Warfleets Day, because it's a return to the far side. The group within the club that always played like Babylon 5 Cold Wars for years on end. And we're going to do something again with spaceships. One day event on the 10th of May. And it's just all about spaceships. And we're losing the 1-page rules, Warfleets rule, because that allows people to use their full trust collections, their Star Trek attack wings, Star Wars Armada, Battlefleet, Gothic, Babylon 5 models, whatever space models they have. Just 5 scenarios that day, all custom made. I'm actually writing them up as we speak. Well, not now because I'm standing here and not sitting over there. But it's gonna be with a black hole and with scouting space stations. One regular battle to end the day, to give the brain some ease. But it's going to be a 300 points event of war fleets. Anyone can join. We will even have some fleets on reserve for people that don't have models. But even for those interested, you can play with like tops of 10 models, including your fighter squadrons. So small painting effort, not an expensive purchase. You can go to Ground Zero Games, brigade models, whatever, and for like 30 euros, 40 euros tops, you have a fleet that's completely suitable to play in that day. So that's the next thing that I organize. And then of course in August there will be the next edition of the Underworlds tournament into the Under Ekron. Already it's 4th edition. Might be a golden ticket, might not be, who knows, because you can only apply for that in January. Last year I had one to hand out. Don't know if I will have that this year, but we're gonna try and get one again. And well, if we get it, everybody will be notified in due time. But I'm also gonna give it a special twist this year. I'm gonna call it the Legendary Edition. Long story, for some reason my community just keeps calling me the Legend. I hate it. But for that reason, I'm going to allow legendary bands in it. In that I'm gonna have a separate prize for the person that ends the highest with a warband that only has a generic war scroll. So the Skates, the Garrick Reavers, the Mad Crackers mob, Hitcrackers Mad mob, those kind of warbands that have to use the generic two Grand Alliance scrolls. If they in the meantime received their own war scroll with Spider and everything, then of course they are not viable to play with one of the generic scrolls. You have to have a warband that doesn't have received a generic scroll. And I myself am gonna play Skates Wild Hunt just because I love painting those models, and I never played them that much. I've only got 2 games in with them in first edition, and that's it. So yeah, they were finished like a week before the editions rotated. So that's gonna be a special twist to the Underworld tournament, a legendary section. As somebody said, it's a legendary edition with a legendary tournament organized by the legend. It was quite funny though. I hated the last part of it, but well, yeah. And then the final thing that I'm organizing was peer pressure, and that is the second edition of Fog on the Barrow Downs, on the Ekron Downs, sorry, a 500 points Middle-earth tournament that will be held. I did the first edition back in November. It was a good success. Not that many people. We had last moment cancellations, 4 or 5 of them. But everybody had a good time, and we wanted to hand the torch to someone else, and that we kicked it off to organize it. But I saw that he wasn't, well, he rather played, and you have to be a special kind of cookie to organize tournaments. So to that end, I said, oh well, you know what, while I was driving home, I'll do it again next year. And so for that, we're gonna have Fog on the Barrow Downs Edition 2 as well. And these are the 5 things that I'll be organizing in the club next year. So I think I'm doing my part to sponsor the club finances with the bar and everything. But yeah, good enough. It's a bit spread over the whole year so that I don't go completely mental of having everything at the same time. But that will take place half of October. From now on in well, and already in little clips before, you will see that at the end I always put the flyers of the things that I organize until that they actually happen, and then of course drop it away. But there you can also check back all the dates and where you have to be to register all the official tournaments. So the Spearhead, the Underworld and the Middle-earth is already on T3, the tournament website. It's a bit like Best Coast Pairings, New Recruit and everything, but one that's more popular here in Europe, and then especially the region France, Germany, Belgium. Not that much in like England or the Netherlands and everything, but there you can already find all 3 of those events with their generic rules pack and stuff. Always open, of course, to modifications that might happen due to facts and everything. But yeah, if you want to join one of those things, go there. If you want to join the War Fleets, just join the Tin Soldiers of Antwerp WhatsApp group. You can find it on our Facebook pages of the club, how to join, and then they will steer you in the right direction as well. And if you want to join the Ages of Sigmar escalation like league, become a member and sign up. Thanks for watching, and until next time, bye bye.